Welcome back to another episode of Durarara. So in the previous episode, it seems like the relationship between the three friends is, I feel like it's in dire straits. It's on like life support, and I have a bad feeling it's gonna take a lot for it to be repaired in any capacity. So yeah, we saw Kida and Anri have a bit of a altercation. They did see each other, and Kida kind of lashed out on Anri. And obviously Anri then ran away. It was rough. It was rough seeing them like this. Obviously all of them are going through their own issues. Specifically, I would say Kida is definitely the most troubled one right now when it comes to current situation. I feel like Anri has managed to work through a lot of her past. I'm sure it's still weighing her down a lot because it's a very heavy past that she's been through. But I feel like she's worked through a lot of it for the time being. And Kida is definitely the one who's weighed down the most by his current guilt and stuff. And then Mikado, I can't really read Mikado. I feel like he's still very much an enigma, even to us, the viewers, right? And I feel like I kind of like that. Like, compared to the other two, I feel like in Mikado, we know the least about him as a person. And maybe that's just because he's supposed to be like this kind of like almost boring person, because that's part of his character, right? Apart from being the leader of the dollars, he's kind of a boring person. Right? He's just a normal guy, right? And I think that's kind of part of his character. And I feel like that's going to be a part of what's going to be like a part of his character that's going to be very important going forward as well. Because everything he's doing is kind of like because he wants to break that normality, right? But yeah, I do wonder if there's more that the show just isn't telling us, because it's been the same way before we found out that he was part of the leader of the dollars, right? We didn't know anything about him until that one moment. So I wonder if the show is, keeping... I mean, it definitely is. I feel like the show is definitely keeping information from Mikado away from us, because we don't fully know what exactly he wants to do, how he feels and stuff like that. We're hearing about his feelings from other people around him, like with Seiji, right? Saying, hey, you're very much focused on yourself right now. You should probably take a look around you and see how like the girl that you're in love with is suffering and stuff, right? So yeah, it's a really interesting way that they're telling the story. But apart from that, I saw a comment saying that because I was talking about how weird it is that everyone's just thirsting over a 16-year-old. I did see a comment saying that the gangs are supposed to be like teen gangs. And I didn't actually know that. I thought the Yellow Scars, like the Yellow Scars, the guy, what's his name? Wait, let me... what's his name? It was Horada. I thought Horada was like, he looks like 30, 40. I thought he was like very old. That's why I was like, that's very weird. But if they're actually all like teen gangs, then that's a lot more understandable. I would not be that creeped out by it if Horada was like 18. He just looks a lot older. But yeah, it's anime, so the art style could be doing wonders there. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways. Apart from that, Izaya. We saw Izaya obviously plotting everything as always. The more that I'm seeing like all of the kids suffer in this, the more I'm just really not annoyed, but like I just feel angry towards Izaya, because like he's just letting all of the kids suffer, right? He's not letting them suffer. He's purposely making them suffer, because he's manipulating the battle in a way that it's most entertaining to him, and in turn making all of the kids suffer in this, right? And I don't know how old Izaya is supposed to be. I don't think we know specifically, but I'm gonna guess he's like late 20s. So I'm gonna guess that he's a full-blown adult, maybe, or like in his 20s. I don't know if it's late 20s, early 20s, but he's an adult, I'm gonna assume. And yeah, he's just making all of the kids, he's playing all of the kids and making them suffer, which I'm like, you mother... anyways. Yeah, I want to see where the story is going to go. We're approaching the end of season 1, so I want to see how they wrap it up. Eventually, I wonder if this relationship between the friends is going to get mended by the end of the season, or if it's going to be fully broken off, right? Because I feel like it's going to be either of those two. It's not going to stay in this limbo state. I feel like it's going to be either fully broken off, or it's gonna get mended. Oh, and also in the previous episode, Mikado says that the dollars are gonna disappear, and he basically deleted the server that had the forum on it, or he closed off the server. So it seems like the dollars are disbanding as well. So what's gonna happen with this? Kida also left the Yellow Scars, so it's anarchy right now in the city. So let's see what happens. So, if you want to watch this, uncut and unblurred as always on Patreon down the description. And let's go into Durarara episode 23. Yeah, what's happening here? Like, she's always immortal, right? Surely he's immortal. Dude, something huge is building. The vibe of this episode, all mixed up. The vibe of this episode is really weird. I'm excited. The blue squares. I feel really bad for Kida. He's a kid who's messed up. Yep. I mean, it's running away, right? Oh. Yep. Yeah, he does. He certainly does. Both of those questions, yes. I'm feeling nervous, man. Okay, thank God.
いや、経典同地何があった？どうもこうもね。撃たれたんだよ。
Thank God that he's like a Giga Chad and he just
足と脇腹の
survives
筋肉の一部
purely with
著しく
aura.
損傷してるね。っていうか、これでなんで普通に立って歩いてんの？なんでってお前。
He's so cool. He's so cool, man.
平和島さん、どうしてここに？ああ、やべ。
No, you got the wrong idea. Oh, okay, okay. I thought he came to the wrong
アン
conclusion.
リちゃん、ちょっとごめんね。一体何が起きたんだよ。いやな、最初は雨で滑って転んだんだと思ってたんだよ。そしたらなんか、腹と足からドクドク
Bro, he thought that he slipped.
あ、撃たれたのかって気づいて。じゃあ相手をぶっ殺すかって思ったら、なんか
Oh,
もうあいつら
he
全員
didn't even flinch.
バカでしょ？死ぬか。心の底からごめんなさい。
Huh.
お前早く直せよ。
Bro, it's still in there.
ぶっ殺しに行かなくちゃなんねえからよ。無茶言うなよ。ぶっ殺す。俺を撃ち上がったやつと、それを命令したっつ。木田正臣って野郎ぶっ殺す。
They've been making it up. They've been setting him up.
帝やアンリを疑う気持ちは失せていた。もし黄金族が帝を襲ったら、帝をおびき出すためにアンリをさらったりしたら、あの時、俺はなぜ動けなかったんだろう。何を迷ってたんだろう。何を怖がってたんだろう。逃げられないって。過去ってやつはお構いなしに君のことを追い回す。そんな嘘でしょ。すべて本当だ。正臣は僕のことを知ってるんですか？
She told him about Kida?
だがアンリちゃんを責めた時の木田君の様子は普通ではなかったらしい。あるいはお前がダラーズの創始者であることを知っていたのかもしれない。そんな、誰がそんなこと？人が悩んだり苦しんだりしているのを見るのが大好きだ。
Yep, you're correct. You're correct on that.
ダラーズはお前の始めたことだ。好きにすればいい。だがダラーズが消えることにしたところで、お前たち3人の状況が変わるわけじゃない。2人ともなんで話してくれなかったのかな。
You have a lot of balls to say that. Wow.
お前はどうして話さなかった？
Wow.
それはダラーズのこと僕の問題だと思ってたから。2人も同じだろう。
Oh.
お前の目に見えているものが現実とは限らない。誰にでも秘密はある。人に言えない思いがある。普通の人間なんてどこにもいない。だから恐れるな。アンリちゃんと木田君と、そしてお前自身の現実と向き合え。あの子が好きならお前の全てを打ち明けろ。ダラーズでも切り裂きまでも黄金族でもない。お前たち3人の問題を解決するんだ。
This entire exchange just makes it so obvious how young and like what a kid and inexperienced person Mikado is. That was so. I mean, it was obviously extremely selfish and what's the word? What's the opposite of self-aware? Like delusional, clueless. Of him to say like, oh, why didn't they tell me? Without, and then when he's like, or when Celti tells him, oh, why didn't you tell him? He's like, well, it was my problem, as if their situation was any different to his, right? Wow, what a well done scene. Like, oh my god. It definitely shows how much, yeah, as I said, how much of a kid he is, right? He's not this insane mastermind who has everything figured out. He's just a kid role playing as one. So that's a really cool scene.
もしもし、セルティ、今走って追いかけてるんだけど、心臓が拳銃で撃たれてさ、アンリちゃんが突然マンションを飛び出してさ。
Running out? Wait, oh, so suddenly you ran out?
それに命令したのが木田正臣だって話。
Oh, that's why.
もうダメ。ユキが、ごめん、なんか話が整理できなくて。ていうか、アンリちゃん、
She's like, how do I tell him?
どうしたの？顔色景気悪いよ。またお腹空いてるか？
サイモン、
キダ元気ない。おかしいよ。
あのよ、サイモン。
Menacing.
お前の寿司は最高だぜ。俺の権限で星5つどころか正常期でもくれてやるよ。
Stars and stripes.
ロシア寿司はいつだって美味しかった。
これから喧嘩するのか？それとも誰か殺されるか？
なんだよ。なんでいきなりそんなことを
Yeah, that sounds like a goodbye speech.
エスパー気取りかよ。
またイザヤが何かそそのかしたのか？
そんなんじゃねえよ。
殺される。よくないよ。私いたとこ、喧嘩って言ったら絶対死んでたよ。キダそれ。これから死ぬ覚悟した人の目、同じね。
サイモン。
ダメここ、池袋。私の町と違うよ。暖かいし、家がなくてもご飯配ってくれる人いる。ウォッカ飲まないで寝ても、全員凍って死んだりしないよ。キダみたいな子供、殺し合いする必要ないよ。
ごめん。俺行かないと。
キダ。
That's so sad. Him saying you have the eyes of someone who's prepared to die.
貴族の人誰か
That's so sad.
いない。ここには誰も。だとすると
興味深い。実に興味深い。それぞれの秘密を抱えていた仲のいい3人が偶然とほんの少しの悪意が重なったばかりに、まさに理想に近い形で互いの秘密を知ることになった。まあ悪意の大半は俺なんだけどさ。でもね、仕切り役のやつがね、ちょっと器が小さくて面白みに欠けるんだよね。もっと役者を選んだ方が良かったかな。ねえ、ナミヤさん。
このままのご金属でいいのかお前ら。いいか。俺たちはダラーズみたいな寄せ集め集団たちが奴らにはない盗撮された力だ。ダラーズのリーダーは解散宣言まで出しやがったようだが騙されるな。適当なごまかしに決まってる。徹底的に奴らを潰せ。この勢いでダラーズを食っちまえば池袋どころか東京中のトップになれるぜ。わかるか？想像しろよ。町の連中が全部俺たちの言いなりになるって姿をな。あの目障りだった平和島静雄はもういねえ。ダラーズででけえ面してるのは角田たちくらいだ。あいつらを潰して次にリーダーの龍神にをやる。そうすりゃ俺たちにもう怖いもんは何にもねえ。それじゃあ池袋の町に繰り出すぞ。
助かったんじゃないですか。いくらなんでも殺しは。
あれでいいんだよ、あれで。平和島静雄がいなくなりゃ怖いもんなんてねえんだよ。
こっちが警察に潰されますよ。
いざとなったらダラーズの仲間あれってことにしちまえばいいんだ。
そんなうまくいくわけないじゃないですか。
Yeah.
行くんだよ。きっとうまくいく。
ほらださ。
絶対にうまくいく。そうに決まってる。さつか、もう
Kida?
やったのか。
I knew it.
てめえ、何しに来た。
I'm so nervous.
おお、セルティ。また寿司食うか？
木田正臣と園原杏里を探している。見かけなかったか？
キダなら見かけたよ。とても深刻な様子だったね。多分喧嘩。私、止められなかった。
どこへ行ったかわかるか？
今日は黄色い奴ら全く見かけない。奴らのいるところに来 とキダがいる。
わかった。ありがとう。
Nice, Simon.
どんな嫌な光景でも受け入れる覚悟あるな。
どういうことよ。俺の知ってるやつが異常に少ないんだけど。携帯も繋がらねえし。お前らまさか。
まあ俺がトップになるのに反対しそうな連中はなぜか夕べから変な集団に闇討ちされて療養中らしいぜ。うわおっかねえ。ダラーズの仕業に違えねえや。そうだろうおめえら。バカだよな。わざわざ自分から来るなんてよ。飛んで火にいる夏の虫ってやつじゃねえか。いっそ俺も泉井さんみたいにあれやってみっか。てめえの足の骨折って、さて問題ですってよ。
お前今、なんつった？
ああ
お前今、泉って言ったか？
その後はそうだな。ちょっと高金属としていろいろ悪さやりすぎちまったからよ。チームの名前も色もガラリと変えようと思うんだよ。そう、今のてめえの顔みたいな真っ青な色にな。
お前、
He's putting it together. These are all the remnants of the blue squares.
やっと気づいたか。ああそうさ。ここにいるのはてめえの大嫌いなブルースクエアのメンバーだよ。残党なんていけすかねえ呼び方すんじゃねえぞ。今や黄金族は俺らが食っちまったんだからな。本当に青い布を外した途端に仲間になりたいっつったら簡単に入れてくれたぜ。パシャッ
Poor Kida, man. He just wanted a place to belong.
どうした？いよいよ土下座でもする気になったか？
いや、なんかさ、逆にすっきりしたよ。高金属をクビになった今の俺は、ただのナンパな高校生だ。好きな女を助けることもできなかったただのヘタレだ。そんな過去から目を背けて、普通に高校生をやれると思ってたただのバカだ。だからここへ来た。俺はただの木田正臣だ。だからここへ来た。俺を追い続けた俺の過去がいつの間にか俺を追い抜いていきやがった。逃げられないってひたすら過去や思い出ってやつはとても寂しがり屋でね。だったら今度は俺が自分の過去を追う番だろ。過去は寂しがり屋らしいからよ。早く追いついてやらねえとな。
何わかんねえこと抜かしてんだこのボケが。
Ah!
俺はな、殺される覚悟だけでここに来たわけじゃない。俺は殺す覚悟をしてきたんだよ。まあそのなんだ、具体的に言うと、あんたはな、何度だって言うぜ。だから俺はここに来た。それは誰にも否定させねえ。
てめえら何する。早くこのバカをぶっ潰せ。
Oh! Kida!
何を迷ってたんだろう。簡単なことだったのに。
Ah! Oh my god!
それだけのことだったのに。サキ、俺はもう怖くない。追いつくぜ。もう少しで俺の過去に。
おめえら早くなんとかしろ。このヤクザたちとが。
Oh! Oh!
だよ、ビビらせてんじゃねえよ、クソ野郎が。
What the fuck?
殺すぞ、マジで。
Nice!
てめえ、何のそれだよ。
いや、すいません。この人を殺すと
Henry!
母さんが悲しむらしいんで、自己判断で。
Henry!
いや、わかるんです。すいません。母さん、すぐ近くに来てるみたいなんですわ。どうして？
All three of them are here!
龍神ね君どうした？
No! Don't! No! I was so... I don't know. Oh man, I'm feeling so many things after this episode, man. The ending was kind of hype, but like this entire episode just made me so... I don't know, there's a part of me that just wants to cry this episode. There's something so sad about it, isn't it? Like, just seeing a kid like Kida just being so... like, just disregarding his own... like, himself so much that he's prepared to die. Like, kill someone and die himself. It just feels so sad, you know, to see how little self... how little he thinks of himself, right, at this point. He's like, I mean, it is just, you know, himself, you know, ending his own life, basically, or being prepared to end his own life. And it's very, very sad to see. But on the other hand, the ending was very hype. Like seeing all three leaders, or I guess all three, yeah, I guess the heads of their own respective faction showing up here. God, I am very much in emotional turmoil after this episode. It was a fantastic one. Like, really, 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 really good episode. I am thoroughly enjoying the entire human drama twist that the second core of the season has taken, you know. I am missing the entire fun detective vibe that the first half of the season had. But also this one is really, really good as well. It's just very different from the first half of the season, right? Also, still, fuck Isaiah, right? He's allowing all of this to happen. Still, fuck that guy. But I'm glad that Shizuo is okay. Of course he's gonna be okay. I wasn't really worried about him when we saw him being, like, lying on the ground with the bullets. I was like, there's no way that he could actually die to, like, just bullets, you know? It's Shizuo. He's gonna survive. Bullets, firing squad, grenade, no biggie. A nuke would have a chance of killing him, you know? But also Simon was great in this episode. Just the things that he talked about with Kida, the way that he spoke to him was so cool. Fantastic episode, man. Fantastic. It actually makes me very emotional, this episode. I don't know why. I feel like this gut punch during this episode, man. It's a fantastic one. I am excited to see how this season wraps up, because let me check. I believe that this is episode 23 or 25. It is. Yes, it is. And then after that, we have season 2, which I didn't... Does this first or second core, season 1 second core, does it not have a special episode, or is episode 25 a special one? I don't think it is, because it would say like 24.5 or something. I don't have a special episode of the second core here. But yeah, anyways, as I said, thoroughly enjoyed this episode, and I'm excited to see how this season's gonna wrap up in the next 2 episodes. It seems like this is gonna be a positive direction for the 3 friends, for the friendship to get mended, but we'll see. I was also wondering if there's gonna be more with like Salty and her being the Grim Reaper or the Valkyrie, you know, kind of like a Valkyrie, with like someone dying and then her maybe feeling some kind of pull to help them out or to guide them to the afterlife or something. I thought that might happen, but that didn't really happen. No one really died, because that's what I thought that maybe they're gonna be doing with Shizuo, but no. We'll see if there's gonna be more about that in the future, but Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Peace.